than the care center. Oh! Ryan Newman came down, and everybody behind piles up.
You're giving a big,
Hamlin
goes around. I bet that fender caused that right rear tire to go down.
What?
The bottom, and they touch.
Oh, another wreck.
This is outrageous.
He's going to push his teammate to the win.
Erik Jones is going to win the Busch Clash with a car that's ready for the dumpster.
That was basically my reaction to the Clash. I'm still confused and don't know what happened. That was, in my 10 years of being a NASCAR fan, that might be one of the weirdest races I've seen. Not the whole race, but just the ending with all the crashes, not just like crashes happen at the end a lot sometimes, but the way some of them happened, like when the restart happened, that apparently I heard there was oil, but I don't know if that's true. Newman just spun out by himself, then Byron spun the tires and they were crashing. And then Denny Hamlin just blew a tire or something and just spun out in front of everyone. Blocking happened with Logano and Kyle Busch, and then there were 6 cars left and only 5 of them were on the lead lap. I am still confused, so we're going to try our best to talk about this without being confused. But Erik Jones wins the Busch Crashfest. And yeah, that was not the Busch Clash. That was the Busch Crash. All right, but he won. NASCAR's app still doesn't say he led a lap, so he won without leading a lap. He led 1 lap, but his car was garbage. If you saw the front end of that thing, it was beaten up. The sides of it were beaten up. That car was beaten just... It was punched in the face, punched in the sides, punched in the back. I mean, that car was done for. But somehow, Austin Dillon, with the cleanest car on the speedway, couldn't win. Just because there was so much momentum changing and weird stuff. I am shocked still. I don't know what happened. But, yeah, interesting race. Honestly... You know, it was single file for a good chunk of it, but there was some interesting strategy in there. You had the Chevys who were all trying to save on fuel, trying to make it to the end, and they were going really slow for Daytona pace. And then there was that other group of Fords and Toyotas, and they were just hauling. They were catching up to the pack, and they finally caught up to them. They were probably half a lap behind, and they were able to catch up. And they caught up, and, you know, some of those guys who were saving fuel were in the front. Some of these really fast guys were coming up really fast. They were blocking. It was 3 wide, 2 wide, blocking for the lead. And then Logano got a little aggressive. He went to block up, and then Kyle Busch got a nose. They got loose, and then they crashed. Keselowski crashed. Keselowski, after the race, was not happy at all with his teammate's block. He had some words to say that he was not happy, basically. That's the best way of saying it. But then it just went downhill after that. Like, this just turned into an ultimate crash fest, and just, it was bad. There was the restart after that, which was just stupid. I don't know what in the world happened there. And then after that, Elliott made an aggressive move for the lead, and it crashed him and Larson. Then after that, I swear there was another crash. There might not have been, but Ryan Newman had a tire going down or an engine blowing up or something, and then the car with the most damage remaining wins the race. I don't know. Erik Jones won. He, missed his pit stall, and they thought he was done for, and then out of nowhere he comes back, gets in a wreck, survives another one, gets in another one, and somehow manages to survive enough to win the race. Don't know how else to say it. Dillon second had the cleanest car. If there was an award for that, he had the cleanest car probably. Clint Boyer third. I mean, he had a messed up car. Fourth, Kyle Larson. That car had a lot of damage. Fifth place, Newman. damaged. 6th place Hamlin. He pushed Jones to victory. He was a lap down, so he just pushed his teammate to victory. Tons of damage. 7th Elliott out of the race. 8th Blaney out of the race. 9th Logano. You know what? 10th Almirola. 11th Johnson. 12th Kurt Busch. 13th Harvick. 14th Byron. 15th Bowman. 16th Truex. 17th Keselowski. 18th Kyle Busch. Only one car, I think, was incident-free, unless you count that last little contact that Dillon made with Newman. But yeah, Jones was in a crash. Boyer, Larson, everyone down that list. That's just weird that out of the 18 cars, 17 of them were involved in crashes. But that was just a crap fest. I don't know what else to say. It was entertaining at times, but there was just a point where it was just like, it's a joke. It's like, man, there's good racing. It's like, I understand you're going to make aggressive moves at the end of the race, but there's a point when it's just like, come on, guys. It's like, what are we doing? You know? But yeah, that was, wow. That's one way to start off the 2020 season. Wow. That's all I got to say. Just an interesting race. We got the duels next week. We got the Daytona 500. Ricky Stenhouse won the pole. Good for him and his new team. I'm astonished. I don't know how to respond to that other than what I just said, but the strategy part of the race was interesting, and then they started crashing, and it just turned into a joke almost. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know people like watching these crashes. I mean, I like aggressive moves for the lead or for the win, but, you know, like that restart crash, that was just like, what in the world happened there? Hamlin, I think he blew a tire, or he just lost it, which was just weird. Elliott made an aggressive move that was kind of like, I understand you got momentum, you go for it when you go for it, but there was still like a lap and a quarter left. Then it was just a weird race. Weird race. So that's all I'm going to say on that. 500's next week. Hopefully it's better. This was a weird race. Let me tell you, they were talking about the package. I think it was Denny. Denny was saying that you can't throw some of the same blocks you used to be able to throw with this new package. So we'll see how that plays into the 500. But, okay. I seriously just am stunned. But thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, leave it a big fat like. If you want to subscribe, what you do, you want to subscribe to the channel. And we're going to have some more stuff coming up this week.